Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Davis is out there with Randall. And it's Johnson in the small forward position.
What is insane about the Spurs and how successful they are as a franchise is that in their entire franchise history, they've only missed the playoffs 4 times. That is absolutely remarkable.
Now here's Duncan. Leonard attacking inside. Ginobili. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And he's on the board early.
The first to strike there. Nice hoop.
Nash outside. Can't hit. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Pass to Parker. Got a piece of it. Splitter kicks to Leonard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Left side, Bryant. Inside. Randall with the ball. Guarded now by Duncan. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Nash. Here's Randall. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Did you get an assist and a field goal for that? I mean, that was ridiculous.
Parker with no one around. Sinks the three-pointer.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Up top, Leonard. It's Ginobili on the wing. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Second shot opportunity. San Antonio leading. Johnson wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3.
Once again, Manu Ginobili defied age and was a force off the bench for the Spurs. Just when you thought he was slowing down, he seemed to find new ways to score and contribute.
Nash with no one around. The Lakers rebound.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
It's stolen by Randall. Nash with no one around. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And Ginobili, Clark, when he's right, boy, he can do it all.
Yeah, he really can. Offensively, he can drive and shoot and create for others. He's an outstanding passer and a terrific defender.
It's tipped. Nash kicks to Randall. Johnson dishes to Randall. Clock at 6. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Davis. Hill comes in for Randall. Nick Young's checked in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Steve Nash. Black's checked in for the Lakers. Back to Lin. Good. Young's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
Mills can't hit. Lakers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. The Spurs have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Now here's Lynn. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Oh, trying for it. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Looked like some miscommunication there offensively. Those guys were not on the same page.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Now the dish to Young. And a wide open look for Lynn. And too long on the shot.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
No, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Young with no one around. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve, I think, challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
Los Angeles foul call.
You know, there's always a lot of nicknames in the NBA. I loved what became of Nick Young last year in L.A. All of a sudden, he dubbed himself Swaggy P, and it caught on. It seemed like the whole league kind of loved watching him play and referring to him by that nickname.
Mills out there with Green. Then there's Bellinelli. Then there's Duncan. And it's Diaw in the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
Jeremy Lin.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Young.
And Nick Swaggy Young, they call him, Swaggy P, never swaggier than last season. The top scoring rate of his career and some of the best efficiency as well. He had some huge nights.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. The Lakers also with the sub. Johnson's checked in. Good. And Young, a good ball handler. He can get his shot whenever he wants.
And that's often, Kevin. Don't expect a lot of assists from him. This is a guy who, when he touches the ball, it's going up.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Nash is checked in. Bryant. The Spurs shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Leonard, the pass to Parker. Puts up a 3. Hill pulls it in. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to Kelly. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, the Lakers have been in a bit of turmoil the last few years, and it comes back to not being able to find the right coach.
2 shots.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for San Antonio?
Well, they're trying to play fast. They're trying to put the defense on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Davis is checked in for Hill. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Kobe. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Bryant got the lead up to
Place a guy like that.
Splitters checked in for Tim Duncan. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Coach Greg Popovich, the reigning Coach of the Year, a big part of his approach is empowering players. He says, quote, it's a players' game, and they've got to take charge. Rather than try to manipulate them, he said, it's a great feeling when players get together and do things as a group. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, giving his players room to lead and allowing them to take ownership, I think that's part of the genius of Popovich.
And it's slammed in by Davis. And for the Lakers, Steve, it's really hard to build something because there is a pressure to win now as well.
I would say that taking their time and not trying to rush back to winning would be the best thing that this franchise can do.
Here's Nash. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. The kick out to Bryant. Bryant can't get that one to fall.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Bryant's got 6 points in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
Johnson kicks to Bryant. There's the triple. Johnson can't get it to go.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
It's Parker outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
With the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or, you know, just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Davis. Randall comes in for Ryan Kelly. Young is subbed in for Johnson. Duncan with it. Guarded now by Nash. And he gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got his first points of the game. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, you know, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Kobe kicks to Nash from outside the arc. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
The defense played him close on that one, but he just would not be denied. Aggressive move for the score. You know, I get the feeling that Tim Duncan would make a mean poker player. With his reluctance to display emotion on the court, it's pretty clear when he's on the court, the big fundamental is all business.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
And you talk about Duncan's reserved demeanor on how he does things.
Ginobili attacking. And here's Mills for 3. And the basket good. Mills has got 5 points now this quarter. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Yeah, a back and forth start for sure. This game is setting up to be awfully competitive. Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Hill, he's checked in for Boozer. For Bryant. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Nash. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here's Ginobili. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half ends in a close one. In 2K Sports. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Lakers. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Randall out there with Davis. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Boris Diaw grew up idolizing Magic Johnson and obsessed with passing. And close friend Tony Parker said he didn't care about stats. He was always so unselfish. After being waived by Charlotte for refusing to score more points, Diaw has found a fit with the Spurs. He said, quote, "It was always the team that made the most sense." Kevin?
He had Tony there telling him about their philosophy, Doris. What a great run. What a great run. Thank you. Bryant drives in. Duncan with the block. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Parker dishes to Ginobili. Lets it go with the 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And offensively, they have yet to hit a shot. Slow start here to the second half. Well, a tough season for Steve Nash last year. Injuries limiting him to only a few games, and now in his 40s, it's looking like this might be his last go-round.
And for Steve Nash, the last couple seasons, issues with his hip, hamstring, fractured leg, and then nerve damage. It's been tough sledding.
Yeah, it really has been the product of a long Hall of Fame career, and the body inevitably starts to wear down. I mean, it's tough, but I understand his motivation to finish his career on his terms, especially after all the work he's put into getting back on the court. But sometimes the storybook ending you desire just doesn't come to be.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. Boris Diaw's checked in for San Antonio. On defense, the Spurs. They trail by 3. Looking to get it going. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Deflects the pass. Splitter passes to Ginobili. Ginobili left side. Out to the right wing. Unloads. 6 on the shot clock. Splitter. Some solid defense from Johnson. And Bryant kicks to Davis. And again, the Lakers no good. Spurs trail by 3. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
The drive by Bryant. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. This past offseason, the Spurs found themselves with a bit of wiggle room. They came to the salary cap.
For so long, Kevin, they've been able to only make moves through the draft, and with minor adjustments, things they really do well, but the flexibility was new to them, and I'm sure they'll take full advantage of it.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. And then for Los Angeles, Boozer, he's checked in for Randall. Ian Kelly comes in for Johnson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Steve Nash. Here's Leonard. Count it from 12. Leonard's got 6.
Well, for the Spurs, who knows what the future holds? It's an aging team, but they do have some players to build around. And so they could have gone in any direction with their cap space.
Bryant can't get it to go.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Outside, Green. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. Green's got it all tied up now for San Antonio.
You know, with the Spurs and their offseason options, it's actually going to get more flexible after the end of the 2015 season when they can practically build their entire team from scratch. Almost zero salary commitments for them at the end of the 2015 season. Boozer, he had a down season a year ago, but on the final year of his contract, he'll have some extra motivation to bounce back.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bonner, he's checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. The Lakers also making some changes. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Davis. Young is subbed in for Ryan Kelly. And for Carlos Boozer, weighed by the Bulls as they brought in Pau Gasol. He can help this Lakers team.
Yeah, you know, he certainly bolsters their front line, and as I said, in a contract year, he couldn't ask for a better stage to showcase his game than the bright lights of L.A.
That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Can't nail the jumper. Los Angeles leading by 3. And Kobe, here we go. Again, the miss by Kobe.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Wide open look. Offensive rebound.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Well, if you really want to make things hard on yourself, that's exactly how to do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Well, they're not doing themselves any favors. The next possession needs to be a good one. They've got to find their offensive rhythm. The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Spurs trail by 5. And he dunks it down. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark at the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is on.
Well, I just, you know what,
he's
Kevin?
disgusted.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And here's Mills for 3. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Young outside. Now Bryant. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. San Antonio trailing here. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. Ginobili and Leonard on the wings. And it's Mills in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Duncan outside. Leonard attacking. Back to Duncan. Ginobili dishes to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. It's blocked. They retain possession. Offensive rebound. Young outside. From the arc. No good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Duncan with another miss.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Nash's shot is off.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss. I really like the way he settled down here after that sloppy first half. Doing a much better job taking care of the ball.
Ed Davis is checked in for the Lakers. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That's his first foul.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Back to Parker. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
And Nash, here we go. Young with no one around. The offensive rebound. Young, right side. Again, Young missing. Spurs trail by 5. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his 4th turnover, and he's going to find himself on the bench if this keeps up.
And here's Nash outside. But they'll get another chance. Back to Davis. Tries yet again. Tries to keep it alive.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Johnson kicks to Nash. Here's Leonard. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Ryan, he's checked in for Nick. We're making a switch here. Diaw's checked in. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
It's rebounded by Leonard. Duncan left side. Nash again. Ginobili. Nobody near Parker. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. The Lakers in the lead. Nash, the pass to Randall. Here's Davis. And that time, also a missed shot. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Randall. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second chance points here tonight. Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
It's Kobe Bryant on the way. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's slammed in by Davis. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Bryant. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, ever since the second half started, he's been ice cold. Very little going his way right now.
Davis dishes to Johnson. Here's Nash. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Steve Nash.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Splitters checked in for Boris Diaw. They get it back. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Huge play on the offensive glass to come away with the second chance points. Tell you what, he's getting more and more physical as this game wears on.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Stolen by Ginobili.
That pass never had a chance there. His timing was perfect in going after that steal.
Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Bryant. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Whoa, Nelly. Listen to that.
That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
That was huge, guys. Absolutely huge.
Nash with no one around. Again, Nash missing. To the paint. To tie it up. Off target from downtown. And an intentional foul right there.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. They're behind by 4. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, the way to go here, you got to get a quick basket and then a foul. That's the only course of action at this point.
And it's key who they foul. Don't send an excellent free throw shooter to the line here.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Time called here. 6 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, talk all they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into the game here.
You know what? I don't know if there's a 10-point play out there, and that being the case, this one is finished, over.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.